Hey, yo, it's your boy Post. You now tuned in to hoodactionnews.com. So I got a couple things tonight that I want to talk about, and I got a couple things tonight that I want to take a look at, right? Now it's your boy Post, hoodactionnews.com. If you want to check out the merch, the link is in the description. Got some fly merch. See how your boy is rocking it. New movement. Let's go. Now, I'm gonna jump right into it, right? I got a couple different topics that I want to discuss and talk about tonight. Some is serious, some is seriously disturbing, all type of stuff. You know what I mean? But the first thing I want to talk about is the Philly pooper. So the Philly pooper, you heard me right. The Philly pooper. Now, in the news, they're calling it the Delco pooper, right? Delco is a county outside of Philadelphia, right? So Delco is a county outside of Philadelphia. So nationally, you know what I mean? Like if you're not in Philly, this is Philly to you. Put it like that. This is close enough to Philly to say it's Philly. So I'm calling her the Philly pooper. So let's see what happened. Now, this happened a little while ago. This happened a little while ago, but I didn't know it was happening. So you found it out just like me. But let's find out what happened. What's going on with the Philly pooper, aka Delco pooper?
Situation that's been splattered all over Delaware County. You've probably seen the infamous viral video, whether you wanted to or not. Then you can't.
You know these dudes gonna make their corny jokes.
Well, a crappy situation that's been splattered all over Delaware County. You've probably seen the infamous viral video, whether you wanted to or not. Then you can't unsee it once you've seen it. Today, the woman accused of a gross act during an alleged case of road rage was in court. Our Chris O'Connell's been following this one since the start. He's live in Prospect Park here with the very latest. Chris?
Yeah, Jason, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not, but I'm just going to go with it. I lost my earpiece now. Yeah, that woman who was made infamous by that now viral video of showing her defecating on another woman's car shook her head as a judge upheld the charges against her and added another one. Escorted by private security, 44-year-old Christina Solometto, leaving district court in Prospect Park without saying a word, instead letting her attorney do the talking.
If you're going to charge a client with a crime, then be able to meet that burden, okay? And from what we saw here today, I'm not sure they did.
The viral video played for a judge in court shows the end of a road rage incident where Solometto was seen defecating on the hood of another woman's car. The video was shot by 17-year-old Greg Ferrari.
Ew, bro. So yo. So this was road. So I didn't know what this was, but this is road rage. So it's some type of road rage, right? And she hopped out and she pooped on another woman's car. Now, what I want to know is she obviously already had to go. You know what I mean? And the wait, let me see something. Let me see something.
By 17-year-old Greg Ferrari,
Damn.
an Interboro High School junior who testified about his encounter.
And he testified. So he the poop snitcher. So this dude is the poop snitcher. Now, this obviously is a big joke out there. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is Delco. This is the town outside of Philadelphia. So this obviously is a big joke out there, right? But this dude testified. Now the craziest thing about it, when she walked up on her, like, was it diarrhea? It was a real quick shot. So it must have been diarrhea.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's something that you'd never
Just keep laughing.
expect. So it's kind of just crazy. You know, I just got done in school, so I got called out of school for this.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me, and I asked her, that's what's happening.
We were also there when Solometo was
She lied. What lady chased you? So this is her right here. So this is the Philly pooper. Look at her. So she a little on the heavy side. So you know a lot. You know a lot came out. Probably Taco Bell, a little bit of salsa, a little bit of Mountain Doo.
Chased me, and I asked her, that's what's happening.
We were also there when Solometo was arrested from her Ridley Park home on charges of indecent assault, disorderly conduct, harassment, and lewdness. Since the video has made the rounds on social media, her attorney
Ew.
says Solometo and her family
Ew.
have been threatened.
It's traumatic because it's all over the media. There's people making T-shirts, hats, making threatening comments. It's not something, when we're talking about a person, it just because it's not your best day doesn't mean that you should be harassed continuously.
Bro, you got caught. Diarrhea, and that's not even a word. You got caught pooping on somebody's car, so you know what I mean? Comes with the territory, right? It's the Philly pooper. Now I wonder what kind of charges gonna get.
Now, Solometo is due back in court for her formal arraignment in July. The victim in this case has not testified in this hearing today, Jason. Yep. All right. We're waiting to hear more. All right, Chris O'Connell, thank you very much.
So, yo, if that person don't testify, they're gonna throw that case out. So that was the Philly pooper.
2022, singer, rapper Tory Lanez, convicted of shooting performer Megan Thee Stallion.
They just want this to play. I wasn't even trying to play this. But listen, that was the Philly pooper. The Philly pooper. So I don't know shit. I don't even listen. They hype it up. I don't even know if that lady's gonna go to jail. She pooped on a lady's car, but if the person don't testify, she's not gonna go to jail. But now is the county gonna what charge would you get? But maybe public indecency. What charge would you get for crapping on somebody's car? Now I got a homeboy, something similar happened to him. But the dude was shitting in his back lawn. Wild stuff, man. Let me see some. So that was the Philly pooper. That's crazy. Now, I'm gonna show this right here, right? Now, this is what was this lady's name? Her last name is it's Shiloh Hendricks, right? Now, I'm just going to put her on the screen. Speaking of pieces of poop, I'm gonna put her on the screen, right? So this is the lady that said something. Now I just there's a lot going on. Everybody by now you already know what this lady did. She's in a park with kids. She called somebody's son the N-word or somebody's child the N-word. Now, she got recorded calling a kid the N-word, created a GoFundMe, and then got rewarded by other racist people for the GoFundMe. Now, this is my thing. she got rewarded for the GoFundMe. The chick's name is Shiloh Hendricks. Why the hell would we be worried about? Why would we worry about a racist with a Jamaican name? So the chick's name is Shiloh Hendricks. Why would I be worried about a racist white woman with a Jamaican ass name? We worried about the wrong thing out here, right? Now she got rewarded. She got rewarded for saying that little racist stuff and all this and that. But listen, we got bigger fish to fry out here. Why now I'm saying we as black people, right? Why would I be worried about some white chick with a Jamaican name, Shiloh Hendricks? And y'all sitting here worried about that. You know what I mean? People want to see. People want attention. This is like viral. This is everybody wants to go viral. People want attention just to make the money. People will sell their soul just to make the money. Now, do I think the lady is racist? She's nuts. She's deaf. I really don't know. Did she do it for the money? But listen, I don't think this is white people that don't want to be censored. You know what I mean? Because when these white people, when you're in your own house, you're not censored. You still calling us the N-words and all this and that. So you're not censored. You know what I mean? Now, black people, we get censored too. But I do understand that right now what they should do is equally, now this word is going to be hard, they should equally crucify black people for being racist, which they are. It's a lot of different platforms that bring this up. It's a lot of different black platforms that bring up and remind black people when they're equally doing racist stuff. So right now, everybody's being held accountable. You got the black people trying to hold this lady accountable. But now, let me say this. It do seems like black men hold everybody accountable. Now, the reason I'm gonna say that, now I just thought about that. It do seems like black dudes hold everybody accountable, right? Now, black women are not going to hold black women accountable. So you might as well forget that, right? Whenever there's another black dude doing some reverse racism, another black dude holds that black dude accountable. You got all this, you got the RP community and all this and that. You got black conservatives holding people accountable and stuff like that. So whenever it's a black dude, a lot of black dudes hold black dudes and other men accountable for bullshit, right? Now, right now, this is like a reverse revolt. So white people are tired of being censored. They want to be able to say the N-word. They want to be able to do whatever they want. Let them do whatever they want, because there's going to be consequences. Now, I'm gonna finish saying I'm gonna say this one last thing. If I go, let's see what happens when we go to a white neighborhood with your black kids and then start calling the little kids crackers. Let's see how that play out, right? Let her do this, right? Let her do all this called N-words and go viral and all that. Now, when you take your ghetto ass kids to an all white neighborhood and then you tell the little white kids, get your cracker ass away from my kid, I want to see how this is going to play out. And that's all I'm going to say. Let's see how it play out. let them do this, and then we gonna do us. I want to see how it's gonna play out. Don't sound like it's gonna play out too good, does it? So I want to let's see how it play out. And that's what, a lot of y'all defending this. That's what y'all understand. Somebody black is going to try to do the same thing, and let's see how it play out. That's what y'all don't understand. To all of the people who's defending her, to the black people that's defending her. Now, it's a lot of black people that say a lot of racist stuff they're not supposed to say too. So on my show, if we gonna hold everybody accountable. That's what we're gonna do. Like, if you black and you doing the same thing, we gonna hold you accountable. But don't expect no black woman to hold another black woman accountable. Don't even expect it. That's all I want to say. You definitely gonna have to go to the brothers for that. I'm just keeping it a band with you. Don't expect them to hold nobody accountable. Now, if you're just tuning in to hoodactionnews.com, I got a couple other topics I want to talk about. Now, this right here was crazy to me, right? This was a little wild to me. I was wondering, so if you haven't heard the lady, the Uber driver that pulled out the blicky, she pulled out the blicky on two black women, right? This is not a race, this ain't a racial issue, but it is what it is. She pulled out the blicky on two women, two sisters, right? Now, let me see what they're doing. Let's see.
Get out of my vehicle right now.
She got them crazy eyes.
Get out. Oh. Get out. Ooh. Get out.
A shocking moment caught on camera, that Uber driver pulling out a gun on her passengers in Hollywood. That driver is now behind bars in Broward County.
Local 10 Syra Anwar is live outside the jail in Fort Lauderdale with more on her arrest. Syra.
Yeah, so Alex and Eric, authorities first arrested this woman, that Uber driver you just saw in that video, in Port St. Lucie. She was then brought here to the main jail in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Let's show you that video again of that disturbing incident that happened earlier this month, again in Hollywood. The passenger recording the whole incident on her phone. The driver can be seen arguing with that passenger. Things escalate when the woman tells the rider to get out. She's seen pulling out a gun and pointing it at the woman in the back seat. Jennifer Benitez has since been arrested. We have a few of her mugshots here. She was first taken into custody in Port St. Lucie. She's then extradited to Broward County here. Benitez has been charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. She is listed as behind bars this morning in the jail here in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Local 10 reached out to Uber. They responded with this statement.
Yo, how the hell did she get charged with aggravated assault? I'm trying to figure this out, right? Now, that's what I'm trying to figure out. How in the hell did she get charged with aggravated assault? Now, let's dissect this. Let's dissect this. She didn't shoot the weapon. I don't even want to see what Uber got to say. I'm putting her picture up on the screen. So look, she didn't shoot the weapon, right? But she just pointed the weapon. Now, this is the thing. You can't, if somebody says something, if they don't have a weapon or they don't have a gun, you cannot just pull a gun out on somebody and flash it. you can't just flash your gun because you mad. You know what I mean? So you can't pull out a gun and flash it because you're mad. You're going to go to jail just for flashing your gun. If you're not in a situation, now this don't care if you're doing Uber or whatever. If you're not in a situation where, hold on, let me switch my camera view. Listen, if you're not in a situation where you feel your life is in danger, don't pull out that gun. So if your life is not in danger, don't pull out the blicky. You know what I mean? So like I said, if you're not in a situation where somebody's trying to rob you, like I got a license to carry. I got my gun for robbery. If somebody tries to rob me or they break in the crib, that's why I got my gun. You know what I mean? Or if somebody pull out a knife on you, like a life and death situation, you cannot put, especially in a professional in a professional setting, like you in a store. You know what I mean? The first thing you got to do is you got to call the cops first before you even pull out your gun. Now, if the chicks swung on her, then you just say she got a dash cam and them chicks like started hitting her in the back of the head. Then you pull out the gun, and then whatever happens after that, you know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever's going to happen after that. Then you reach for your gun if your life is in danger, right? But you have to call the cops first. You can't just take the law into your hands, and that's probably why they gave her an aggravated assault. To me, that's kind of harsh because it's kind of harsh because you don't know if these chicks threaten her. Now, one thing is for sure, for certain, when I seen a picture of the chicks, you know that them chicks said something to her. Because ain't nobody just gonna get mad just like that. So this was an argument back and forth, and this chick got emotional and she pulled out her gun. So you cannot in an argument just pull out your gun. A gun is to kill somebody. It's not a bargaining tool. So a gun is not a bargaining tool. It's not going to make nobody move faster, or you know what I mean? Something like that. Then the chicks, obviously these was hood chicks. They didn't even get that scared when she pulled out the gun, which that's kind of alarming too. That's how you know they said something to her. But they've been in this situation before when people got a gun. The chick said, the chick ain't even really budged like that when she pulled out the gun. You know what I mean? You would have think they would have hopped out fast and started moving faster than what they was moving. You know what I mean? But one thing is for sure, for certain, them two chicks in the car said something to this lady. She overreacted and pulled out the gun. So they got your goat. You ever hear somebody say, get your goat? So that's what happened. They got your goat and you got aggravated assault. So that's all that happened there. You know what I mean? But you can't just pull out, you know who you are. You can't just pull out your gun because you're mad and you don't like what somebody says. A lot of y'all hypocrites out there. I hope the right person see this. Y'all some hypocrites out there, 100. A lot of y'all hypocrites out there. Y'all tell people to control their temper and you can't control your temper. Control your temper. You know what I mean? Because it's not no play thing. She going like this. Ooh. If them chicks could have pulled out, they probably had a gun in their pocketbook. You know what I mean? Now, if the two chicks pulled out the gun and shot the driver, like all of y'all, like just say the driver survived, all of them really going to jail because this is just a Uber ride. So all of y'all really going to jail. The chicks didn't try to rob her. Nothing. Y'all just having words and altercations. All three of y'all going to jail. So if the chicks would have had a gun, all three of y'all going to jail for aggravated assault just for pointing it. You got to shoot them. Yo, they make it to shoot. You can't pull. It's not a bargaining chip. So you can't pull out a gun as a bargaining chip. That's basically what I'm saying. You gotta really do something. So it's not a gun is not a bargaining tool. You gotta do something. You gotta shoot the person. Like, I'm gonna pull out a gun. You go now. You go. This ain't the movies. You know what I mean? This ain't the movies. Yeah, this ain't the movies. Like, now, speaking of pulling out guns, speaking of pulling out guns when you're not supposed to, this cop that I'm about to show you pulled out a gun for no reason. So speaking of pulling out guns when y'all are not supposed to, let me show you, what did my man do? Officer Pullums. So let's see what this cop did.
Shows the moments a local police.
And this is the police chief. So wherever this is, the police chief.
Security footage from a Lancaster County shopping center shows the moments a local police chief pulled a gun on a 24-year-old motorcyclist last month. Thanks for joining us for Fox 43 News at 5. I'm Amy Lutz. The new video seemingly contradicts prior police reports about the incident, and charges have since been dropped. Fox 43's Matt Kleinitz joins us live from Manheim Township now with the very latest. Matt?
Amy, on May 2nd, Manheim Township Police announced that they had arrested 24-year-old Benny Pena Rivera after he allegedly shoved Chief Dwayne Fisher and resisted arrest during a traffic stop a couple days prior. However, Pena Rivera says that the security video tells a different story from that day. This security video shows the moment Manheim Township Police Chief Dwayne Fisher pulled a gun on a 24-year-old man after an alleged traffic violation.
If it wasn't for that video, nobody would actually believe what I was.
Yo, the dude wasn't even looking at him. Yo, first of all, my man wasn't. Yo, he didn't even know he pulled up. My man, so this the dude right here that was on the motorcycle. He didn't even see the video is kind of buffering. He didn't even see the cop pull up. Look, I'm gonna go back. Let me go back. Look, look at this right here, yo. This is crazy. Yo, this one's crazy right here. Yo, look. Dude hopped out. The cop hopped out, got his gun out. The dude sitting there playing with his bike. He didn't even see the cop. So you know he ain't do nothing to the cop. You know what I mean? You don't need a high price. Listen, you don't need a high price lawyer to break down this video. The cop pulled up, got his gun drawn. The dude not even, mind you, dude didn't even do nothing, right? He got his gun drawn. He's sitting there playing with his bike. You really can't see out of them helmets. So I know he heard the car. I know he heard the car pull up and stop like that, right? So the dude ain't even doing nothing. The cop already got his gun drawn. It don't take Matlock, you know what I'm saying? It don't take CSI or one of them TV shows to break this down. You know what I mean? Look.
Fisher pulled a gun on a 24-year-old man after an alleged traffic violation.
If it wasn't for that video, nobody would actually believe what I was saying or anything.
Benny Pena Rivera is demanding answers after this interaction on April 30th landed
Look.
him in jail and facing multiple charges. Pena Rivera says he was riding his motorcycle to his job at Wingstop prior to the incident and briefly saw Chief Fisher on his way.
I actually saw him on the road on the traffic light that he said that I ran, but he actually waved at me and everything, like, you know, hello, and everything just went normal.
After parking his motorcycle, Pena Rivera was approached by Fisher, who wasn't wearing a police uniform and didn't have his police lights on in his unmarked car.
All I heard it was underground, I will shoot you. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? You know, what's the reason for all this to be happening at all? And all of a sudden, I just have a gun on my face, like literally on my face. And then on top of that, he's wrestling with me with the gun and everything.
Hey, yo, and he's going to Wingstop. Not the Wingstop. You know what I'm saying? I just peeped that, yo. Yo, you can't be listen. Y'all can't be messing with the people that work at Wingstop. You messing up the wings, man. Y'all out here messing up the wings, dog.
If it wasn't because I actually flee out of the season, I don't even know what would even happen.
Chief Fisher would later turn on his police lights after Pena Rivera fled on foot. In a May 2nd Crime Watch post, police say Pena Rivera ran a red light, rode up on the sidewalk, and weaved between vehicles before being stopped. They say he was arrested for
trying to get to the wings, man. My man was just trying to get to the wings, my man. You know what I mean? He trying to get to the wings, my man. Yo, let me find out the cops out here messing up the wings, my man. You know what I mean? Messing up the wings, doggy. Dang.
ignoring Chief Fisher's orders and using his bike.
You could tell he's just doing too much. Cop just doing too much.
To push him down before running away. On Wednesday, Lancaster County District Attorney Heather Adams announced that they were dropping all criminal charges against Pena Rivera, saying, quote, the Manheim Police Department and the parties agreed to the resolution of charges in this manner based on the facts and circumstances of this case. Pena Rivera says he's calling for Chief Fisher to take accountability for his actions that day.
I really want to make justice to go the way it should be, because I don't feel comfortable not even going outside right now or nothing, or even seeing a cop or anything, because at this point I see a cop and I just feel threatened.
Welcome to being black, my man. You know I'm about to say it, but that's crazy. My man just going to work.
Now, within the last hour, Manheim Township announced that they will be launching an investigation into that police incident and have placed Chief Fisher on paid administrative leave. Amy?
Chief Feces, administrative leave. He's about to say Chief Feces. Piece of shit. Chief Feces on administrative leave. Yo, messing up the wings, my man. Cop, my man. Listen, my man just tried to go make the Wingstop. Make a couple. What y'all like at Wingstop? The lemon peppers, or the garlic parmesans. Messing up the wings, my man. Y'all out here messing up the wings, man. Now, speaking of messing up the wings, I've randomly seen this on some random type time. Let's see what happened here.
A man is charged with murder after a shocking discovery inside a home in North Harris County. Fox 26's Jillian Hartman reports from Tim Allen Court, where investigators say a body was found inside of a box.
Damn.
Well, neighbors tell me this is typically a quiet cul-de-sac, and we're shocked to hear that a man was charged after deputies say a body was found in a box inside the home behind me. This is a scene from Friday morning here along Tim Allen Court. Deputies say Stephen Emberly asked another man to help him move furniture out of his house. Well, that man then told investigators that he found a
So this dude right here got a whole body in a box.
body inside one of the boxes and then took off in every. Deputies say Stephen Emberly asked another man to help him move furniture out of his house. Well, that man then told investigators that he found a body inside one of the boxes and then took off in Everly's truck with Everly in the bed of that truck. Now, he did crash into another vehicle and Emberly ran off.
That is insane. That's something that I thought would never happen. Like right here in front of my house, basically, and I thought that was something that you want to see in the movies, especially from the stuff that I've heard.
Now, deputies were able to track down Emberly. He was detained and now charged with murder. Investigators believe the victim was a contractor who was hired to do some work in the home.
Damn.
Investigators are still working to figure out how and when he was killed and why. Some neighbors tell me this is disturbing.
Honestly, that's one of those situations that I don't think anyone truly knows what they would do, because that's such a...
Yo, this is crazy, my man. So basically, the contractor, construction worker, whatever you want to call him, got killed, and my man just put his body in there. So what's the motive behind this? That's just crazy. That's crazy. What's the motive?
Extreme situation, but I don't blame the guy for just bolting off like that.
Now, the victim's name has not been released at this time. Meanwhile, Emberly remains behind bars. His bond is set at $2 million and is scheduled to be back in court next month. I'm Jillian Hartman for Fox 26 News.
Yo, you know what's crazy about that? What's crazy about that is let me get out of this. Yo, what's crazy about that, right, is when this dude is locked up in jail, yo, what you in for? Body in the box? Now, I want to make light of the situation, but y'all people are sick out here. It's like, yo, what you in jail for? Body in the box. Like, yo, like, so, like I said, it was some type of contractor or something like that, but that's wild. That's wild. But listen, I said listen, like fishing. Listen, make sure you like, share, subscribe. This is hoodactionnews.com. Your boy posts. All the merch is right into this, like all of these t-shirts. It's got hoodies, got mugs. I'll still wait for my mug to come now so I can sit. I'm gonna act like I'm drinking coffee. It's just gonna be water in there. Actually, I probably need some water doing all this talking, right? Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm live right now. And it's like I said, it's some wild things going on out here. You know what I mean? It's hoodactionnews.com. And this is your boy Post. I'm Izzo.